Hi, I'm back with 1111 Divine Blessings. This is your host, One Love. Um, so, so I'm here to talk about orbs. Not the typical orbs that everyone's seen out in the skies. These are ones that I'm talking to the few, the chosen ones. The ones that have the ability to where they see flashes of light. Sometimes they'll see color orbs, um, shadows, uh, sometimes gray, foggy, shadows, sometimes actual spirits themselves or ghosts. Um, I want to get to the orbs really. So we all know about ghosts. We've heard about them. The shadows that people see, sometimes spirits, of course. That's a scary thing. I want to talk about the orbs. Um, a lot of times there's different color orbs. I've seen ones that are violet or like purple, and those have to do with Saint Germain and the violet flame. The violet flame is connected to transformation in the atmosphere in the area where you live or where you're around when you see that. It means transformation. So if you see an orb resting on something and it's purple, whether that is going to change or its spirit is showing you to change that and shift the environment, the atmosphere around, um, it could mean that the atmosphere people are going to be shifting. It's just transformation. What it is it's connected to the violet flame in Saint Germain. You can look this up later on in the future if you want to. But Saint Germain is connected to Christ, who was teaching under Lord Melchizedek in the times of Atlantis. These are times when they don't want to tell you certain stuff of things of how they became the masters of who they were. Um, what this is this is beings that have lived multiple lives over and over and over again through experiences and impacts of trying to help the world. And Christ was a reincarnation, fully reincarnated to his full capacity. That was the fullness of who he was the God's Son. That's who he was. He understood the same things as other religious masters, Buddhists, um, Tam, some of these other religious, the dynasties and the Chinese, they understood there was a teachings of mastery that you had to learn and certain characteristics you had to carry with you in order for you to become a teacher or as a student. Um, Humility was one, a love and compassion and a servitude. These are things that some of these people that we have now have traits of a characteristic of mastery. Um, but the reason why I'm talking about these orbs is because there are so many that we are connected to through these orbs. There's also the baby blue or light orbs that people would see as well. Some say that that's connected to Saint Michael. Others might say it's Mary, Mary Magdalene, or Saint Mary. Um, let's see, but they are connected to the Pleiadians as well. Could be. Then there's yellow, which what I've been told very few, but I know it's connected to joy. It's also connected to the Holy Spirit. Red is actually connected to, let's see, red was connected to people that stand for justice. Um, I believe, but it's a minister um, through a hard times struggling, but still being able to persevere. Um, what else? And I've seen green that's connected to the elemental spirits, and also the earth and healers and people that are naturally able to heal people, whether conversation or knowledge or just a character of who they are. Um, Yellow, like I said, is connected to people that are very joyful and very happy. Purple is also connected to people that are what they say royalty, priesthood, but it's also struggling, um, and kind of going through transformation. Um, Red is a suffering of sickness, but it's also a color of compassion and love, um, as well as life. Um, I recall what red was more, but the main ones that I've seen are violet, and blue, um, some in white as well as some black. I could get into some of the bad things, but I want you guys to know that this is connected to these communities that the Creator has created and put on this planet. Um, it has come from a long ways, um, but they're here to help. They've been here for a long time, trying to help us, guiding us, being able to mentor to us or speak to us, to help evolve us, and protect us, and love on us. Um, Majority of most of the people that I know that I speak to or have heard of too as well is their relatives. Um, some people try to say that this is a bad thing, or they could say that this is a demonic, but this is not accurate at all. There are the relatives of our ancestors that still roam this planet. People can try to say whatever they want to say, but energy does not die. It gets transferred. Most of the people that are in religion are understanding that this is a flesh, we have a spirit and a soul as well. Our soul is up here, our mind, and our spirit is captured within our body. The reason why I'm saying this is because when our ancestors pass away, they don't necessarily go to a place, they're still in waiting. But part of them returns to the source, other part of them returns to the ground, and then another part of them waits here with us and is still helping to guide us and lead us. They have a choice whether to carry on or to stay, but a lot of them have actually stayed trying to help us, to have a better life, to guide us and protect us. Um, this is why things at times when we have dreams, the dreams we have, which by the way is connected to our chakras, each one of our gifts that we have that is connected to the ether or the ether spiritual realm is connected to our chakras. Each chakra has its own gift, has its own energy, different topics within that energy. For instance, the scroll chakra is an orange chakra. It holds our dreams, it also holds our creativity, and can be affected in many ways by our sexual desires. This is where it comes so much in balance with certain things within our body. And once it's unbalanced, it can get out of control or we can get out of desire. There are different parts within our body. Our heart chakra, for instance. Our heart chakra is connected to our heart. This can has a lot of effects with stress in life and what we're struggling with or what we're stressing about or going through in life to having our peace, um, our joy, um, to having our interaction with people. This is also what they would call the bottomless pit or the hole that has no end to the bottom, um, because so many desires, and so many things that we allow to get into our hearts, as well. And it can have an effect on trust issues and empathy and the ability with your empathic gifts for emotions, because you can be moved on something through your emotions as well as having that ability to where you feel something for someone. And this once again was a part of what was in the Bible. But at the same time, these are gifts that are inside of us. And so many of us have gotten so caught up in the entertainment industry and the television, the media, and what's going on that we've lost in touch with ourselves. We've lost in touch with what is going on, with who we are, what we are, the abilities of what we have inside of us, and so much more. But so many of us have used this intuition for fear, to hide, um, or to be afraid not to have enough, to make sure you have to have enough. And so these gifts were never intentionally used to be manipulated, but were intentionally used to help the planet, to birth more ideas, to create more things. And there's so many inventions, so many different ideas and different things that we could do on this planet, taking back more food on this planet for what it was mainly used for, the first intentions. And I never thought I would say this. I'm a type O. I'm O negative, and yet I'm getting full and starting to be satisfied off of salads. That is hard to say that because of the type O negative blood needs blood from meat as an iron resource. People can say that you can change that for other vegetables, but I've gone through a transition to where I was fasting and I didn't have any meat. I had vegetables that I was eating and it still did not work at one point. So I understand and how things are shifting so much. Even the stuff that used to be how it was at one point is now even different. Things that couldn't work back then now are working now. So I'm telling you, the people that are on the right path, stop focusing on what's going on around the world and focus on what's going on with inside of you. You got to make a change, but the change is only going to come if you want to change, and you got to stop doing things for yourself and start doing things for the planet and watch the planet come back and return it back to you. The more that you look out for yourself, the more that you're going to gain or gather and waste your life away. The more that you're going to waste trying to get so much out of life for yourself. But the more that you're able to give servitude, helping others, helping the planet, being that type of person there that brings joy, that brings peace, that brings an extra hand, that is considerable of the next person around you, considerable of the environment that you're around, considerable about the planet that we're walking on, how much life would change. This has got to change, because if this doesn't change, the spiritual gifts that we have inside of us are going to become very toxic to each other. People don't understand that these gifts, people are using them already as it is for their selfish gain, while others are starving, homelessness, living out in the streets, drug addictions. Nobody is explaining this. And the media and the entertainment industry is hurting people doing this. Society has woken up to a different type of sensitivity that they have never had before. And it's individually their gifts within inside of themselves. So I'm here to know, I'm here to tell you now, I'm here to help. I'm here with 1111 Divine Blessings. If you have any questions, get a hold of us. The comments below. Thank you, and I appreciate you guys for listening, and I hope that you guys have a really good time, or a good rest of your day.